And so what they did is they did an accounting of all of their assets. They had to put a value to them, so they released so many tokens based upon that value, and they're tokenizing those assets for us to go in and acquire. Of course, Lobster is a wallet, so you can hold them there. It is being run by Space Force.
All little town was burnt, and many of them died, and they were working on developing advanced connectivity technologies. It was about connectivity. And this person just advised me to trust Starlink systems because it was going to be the future of communications, and it would use a connectivity based on quantum technology.
Our entire way of life depends on space. From banking to communication and navigation, space is closer than you think. And because space defines every battle, we must protect the high ground.
This new security ID will immediately debit your old fiat accounts at your bank and credit your new QFS account with the asset-backed funds on a one-to-one basis. This is not exchange ratios. This is about your old U.S. federal fiat dollars going into new asset-backed funds, the U.S. notes. You will be prompted to go to the next window. It's all on a computer, and your existing funds will show as an asset-backed funds as well as a ledger balance of asset-backed funds. So if you have $100 in your old fiat bank account, it will show you now have $100 in your new QFS system account.
Because they know that the dollar is done. All these countries separating from the dollar.
It's going to look almost exactly the same, but it's not going to say Federal Reserve on it no more. That's only going to be for maybe a couple months, maybe to the end of the year, maybe sooner. It's going to just fade away, go away.
So just an interesting observation. Obviously, we know our dollar's worth shit. It's worth nothing. It's toilet paper, okay? So this is a registration papers for New South Wales, Australia. Look here with generic.
Oh, everything. Nobody is going to be able to miss it.
Is Basel III compliance, right? Basel III compliance, for the audience, in case you guys are not familiar with, this turns gold from a tier 3 asset in the banks into tier 1. Why is this significant? Because banks have to have more gold in their repository to have basically collateral to make sure all their transactions process. Because if they don't have that amount of gold, then they're actually going to go bankrupt, right? Like, they're going to get liquidated, essentially. So all these banks are just stacking up gold right now. And what a lot of people haven't learned yet is that these Indus domains are actually tied directly to the QFS. So there's indus.exchange, there's another domain called cbdc-tokens.org, and there's another one called quantum-system.finance. So when you put all of these three domains together, or collections, of domains and subdomains together, that is the quantum financial system. Mind-blowing. And this information is coming directly from Stellar, Space Force, Elon Musk, the white hat military of the world. These are who we're getting our information from right now. So it is mind-blowing.
If you use that analogy, and 4/5 of the world's population suddenly is going to get UBI money, and that's China, the South Asian countries, India, and Africa. Suddenly they all have money. Guess what it has to run through? XRP. And it doesn't matter even if you go and you buy Lobster. That cash leaves XRP, goes into XLM. When you want to cash it out, guess where it goes? Back into XRP.
Changing the channels, and it's not going away. None of the channels are loading, and it says we better warn everyone with a capital A. A for April Fools, A for... I don't know. But nothing can stop what's coming.
You won't need no bullshit. All you need is your QFS bank account, your payment processing company or website, and that's that. You won't need nothing else. Nobody's going to steal your money, because if they do, then they got to answer to me, and I don't think they want that. Just saying. Knock, knock. You better send that shit back.
Leadership, you're trying to vaccinate us all and domesticate us all. This is very real. You can fact check this. And we're going to win this, but we all need to do everything we can. We need to finally and permanently remove these people from all positions of power and from all control of the financial system. And that is happening. That's why you see the crypto crashing. That's because all these crypto computers in the Ukraine have been seized. You see the stock market crashing because, again, they're losing their ability to launder money through corporations. You see, they own this small family group owns 90% of the world's transnational corporations, and they own the central banks. Right? And so they take money from the central banks and they give it to their own corporations and launder it into the economy that way. So that cycle has to be stopped. We have to prevent them from having control over money, because once you do that, the rest of it just falls apart.
The Evergrande report, Evergrande, Tether, USD, Bitcoin, and Ethereum all default.